が来る。
最近のアップデートで新しいスキンがなかったのはしばらくそれ以上ないからです。唯一の例外は完全に新しいスタンドトレーグスキンの開発です。YBA のリターンの時間です。実際の更新の
YBA is not coming back. That's right, kids, ripping the bandage straight off and pissing on your wound while I'm at it. In this daycare, on this channel, I dispense nothing but the cold, hard truth. So I dispense you this. Santa Claus isn't real, Bush did 9/11, and YBA isn't suddenly going to start getting better. YBA fundamentally cannot get any better. That was my first thought when the news broke out. That Uzu was making a change, that Uzu listened, that Uzu wouldn't be adding any more skins, that Uzu was finally taking this all seriously. Just as a jar of fleas grows to never leave their enclosure even when the lid is removed, so too was I still trapped in the nihilistic Joe mindset that Uzu was never going to make a change, that Uzu was never going to listen to us, that Uzu would continue milking his cash cow for all it's worth, and that Uzu would never take us seriously. Of course, this all changes when your game starts to average less players than hide and seek, so it's not surprising to see Uzu start to stir up some serious hype with announcements like this. But now, the million-dollar question, does he mean it? Does he really intend to restore YBA back to its former glory? Even if he does, how long will this streak of motivation even last? How long until he burns himself out like every other time he's given us hope like this? What does it even mean to bring YBA back to its former glory? What does this mean for YBA? Will YBA return? Uzu's finally stepping up, getting the elbow grease on, pulling his cock out, and manning up to the challenge of fixing YBA. And it's a great thing to hear. You know what isn't a great thing to hear just about every day? At the time of writing, this Hierophant Green one-shot combo has still not been patched, along with tons more. Star Platinum the World, King Crimson, fuck me, I got a DM the other day claiming they made a ham-on one-shot combo with Beach Boy! Another guy asked me to do a video on the one-shot combos in the game after the ham-on rework. Bitch, I'd have to make 41 different videos. It's been 2 weeks now, and not one patch in sight. Now, for this very specific instance, I'd have to give him a pass. After all, his grandpa died recently. He has to be going through a lot right now, and it definitely shows in his most recent video. I mean, dude got like 100 respectful replies, and all it took was a good 3 or 4 bad apples to tell him the ham-on rework mattered more than his grandfather's death, for him to flip his desk and start going off about YBA's return arc, how YBA will never be the same again, because he's gonna come in like the Lord in heaven, Jesus Harold fucking Christ. But the point is, it seems like he's just sensitive about it right now. That's how humans work when going through loss. I don't blame the guy one bit. Especially factoring how boxing was nerfed the day it was released, the ham-on rework one-shot seemed like nothing more than a mishap. And there's your issue. This whole situation is nothing more than a mishap. We've been on his ass since Halloween of 2021 about how terrible his decisions for the game have been. And yet, in those 6 months without updates waiting for Stone Free, you didn't see a single time where he saw one comment and he snapped like, "Fuck this, Super Saiyan Jin. I finna work hard as fuck, bro!" And then he starts oozing all over the place and turns YBA into a magical fucking wonderland. It seems pretty apparent to me that Uzu is only in his feelings right now, sensitive to criticism because of recent events and only doing this for the momentary praise. And look at that! It fucking worked! I mean, look at this shit. People praising him and sucking that Uzu cock left and right. His whole comment section is nothing but praise. Come in Uzu W. Let's go Uzuki! Even Infernasu's back in on the action after not making a single YBA video for 5 whole months. But As a wise man once said, far easier said than done. Sure, he can say he's not going to add any more skins. He can say YBA's on its return arc thanks to him. When are we going to see it? This weekend, when the update comes out with a ludicrously overpowered, move-loaded, but hey, visually stunning Soft and Wet, an infinite combo for Animus, and a bug that lets you fly in SBR? When we find out this big ol' something special was just the spec storage he's kept on hold for the past 2 years, the spec storage that, in the end, took nothing but swallowing his pride, putting money aside, and coding for a maximum of 1 minute to add? Or maybe we'll see it when the Vampirism rework comes out, and they finally balance out Soft and Wet. Praise be Uzuki! But now Vamp Boxing and Vamp Pluck are overpowered because Uzu had the genius idea to make it so that you could use Vamp moves with a different spec? Because it only makes sense, right? Because you're a vampire, right? I mean, it makes sense. Your Vamp Pluck combos devolve into typing out full sentences on your keyboard. But by God, are they overpowered. More overpowered than Soft and Wet before it, Ham-On before that, Boxing before that, and Crazy Diamond even before that. Power Creep, my favorite. In fact, you're now able to kill a regular health player in a record 6 seconds with a new 200 damage true combo from Soft and Wet Vamp Ham-On. Did I mention they added back Vamp Ham-On? Good ideas all around. Praise be our Lord Uzuki. No, perhaps we'll see some change in April, when Uzu disappears for 3 months and leaves the game, the entire community on Red without a word. Comes back with a new mediocre but hey, astounding looking moveset. Mind you, the graphics have nothing to do with Uzu and are entirely handled by Snail and other developers, just so you know. And wow, look at that! Uzu's finally back to coding again! Wow, Uzu's coming out with all of these announcements at once about new movesets that he's totally gonna get around to! Multiple new stands this summer! Praise be our Lord Uzuki! I don't say this all to be a negative Nancy. Really, I want to believe Uzu with all of my heart, that he's actually making a change here for once. But with his history, it's just hard to believe. I say it because it seems like there's a lot of people out there believing this is it. This is the one-all be-all announcement to change YBA forever. This update is the one-all be-all update to change YBA forever. Because look guys, he have finally added spec storage. I can't believe it. Not so. Baby, infant, fetus steps in the right direction. But I could say I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and become a fucking turtle, and it still wouldn't happen. Not without some effort, it wouldn't. I'm not trying to denounce Uzu or anything, but seriously guys, think twice before forgetting everything that's happened before because of a single tweet and a single, maybe one-off update. Thank you all so much for watching, and an even bigger thank you to the Stardust Squad. Dudus Dude, Axes, Sibildus, Evzion, Koshk, and Mr. Grass. I could easily make these videos without you guys. And on that note, I'll see you all next update. Sayonara.